We have an exclusive first look at Season 4's brand new map alongside everything they're bringing to the new Warzone update. As you guys can see, we're loading up to the brand new map Vondel, which could potentially be better than Rebirth Island, and let me tell you guys why. The company that made Rebirth Island years ago, called Beanox, is the same company that made the brand new map Vondel, which is a little bit different, especially when it comes down to the player count. The player count on the brand new map is around 72 players, and as you can see, the map is, I would say, 2 to 3 times bigger than Ashika, and possibly 2 times the size of Fortune's Keep. However, the player count does make up for the extra space. And on the map, we have some interesting POIs, such as Marketplace, Stadium, which is a brand new paintball arena, and there's actually boats and trolleys on the map that are continuously moving, kind of what we see on Battle Royale, that you guys could loot up and hit a buy station if needed. And yes, of course, we're putting out a dev for the Noti game. Make sure you guys drop a sub. We're going to be going live here tomorrow in case you guys want to see what the next meta is. Now, this is a brand new feature you guys are going to want to pay attention to. It can be found across the map, similar to Apex Legends with their billboard signs. This sign right here lets you guys know where the most player activity is on the map. You do not need a UAV. And it also gives you weather updates, because there is a time during the game, and it's not every game, that this mist and fog comes through the map and makes the visibility a little bit harder. However, the DMZ player is going to feel that a lot more than Resurgence. Also, as you can see on the top left of the map, there is a brand new vehicle. Here's some gameplay me and Jay got before the game, and it not only is one of the fastest vehicles, it almost feels like an ATV, but you can go on land and water, but there is limited cover on the car itself. Now, I am currently using the Cronin MP5 class setup, but however, from what I can tell you guys here in a second, these are not going to be the meta, and there's a big reason for that. And before we hop onto that, here's an exclusive first look at the brand new weapon. However, some of the attachments you're going to notice when it comes down to tuning are completely different, such as the muzzle. The muzzle, instead of tuning for aiming stability and gun kick control, you can now control whether you want your horizontal or vertical recoil controlled on the weapon tuning. This gun doesn't do the most damage, but has a very fast fire rate. I could see this being a great mid-range to possibly long-range weapon, especially good for Vondel. Now, like I mentioned, that is one of the 3 brand new weapons coming to the Season 4 update. After the Tempest Razorback AR, you have the ISO 45 SMG, which we saw originally in Warzone 1. Now, in Warzone 1, the ISO SMG went under the radar because it didn't have enough SMG ammo to kind of keep up with the current meta, so hopefully that could see change in the Warzone 2 update. And we also have a brand new secondary, which is the Tonfa melee weapon. Now, this is an event unlock. Now, you're going to be able to earn this through an event unlock. Now, to unlock this one, it's through an event unlock system, and if you guys don't know what that is, similar to what we had in Fortune's Keep, where you chose a hero versus villain, or what we just had recently in Warzone 2, where you had to collect coins. The more in-game events and challenges you complete, the closer you get to unlocking a brand new weapon, so it's practically free for everyone. Now, pay attention to the fights that I am taking, and let me know in the comment section below if you guys noticed anything different, because it is probably the biggest change currently coming to Season 4 that you guys are going to want to pay attention to. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about this Season 4 update, there is an increase in your health. Now, that is huge across the board to every game mode, especially in rank play and Vondel, because now you're not going to be dying in 2-3 bullets. It's going to take a little bit more, and adding more play style to if you guys want to outmaneuver or try to outgun your opponent. As you guys can see, taking on a 1v2 in the position I'm in with only a piece of cover, I would most likely be dead in the original build. However, with some snaking and being able to take some shots, not only am I able to take out K3, but Swag, my old man's gonna get put down because his gun skill's not the same as it used to be. And another example of that is when they send me again. You guys can see that the health increase is letting me play a little bit more freely and not as restricted, which I think is going to be huge on Vondels, especially when you're trying to 1v4, 1v3 squad. And make sure you guys drop a sub if you guys think you could 1v2 against Swag and K3 as well, just like this right here. And back on the Resurgence gameplay with a lot more to cover, especially a brand new operator skin that you guys are gonna have to get. But in this game mode, if you guys didn't know, I'm playing against a lot of other players such as Swag, K3. I'm teamed up with J God and Breadman, going up against Nadia. So the playstyle on this roof is a little bit more restricted. If you guys notice, the rooftops that are orange, you could actually not even land on. I've done it a couple times and you slide right off. This was a big problem over on Fortune's Keep. The verticality on the rooftops kind of made it an issue, but I'm glad Beanox took the initiative to limit that and to remove that completely. And one of my concerns about the map is that there is a lot of verticality. Now, that's not really bad when it comes to playstyle and fighting. You'll able to adapt to that, but I am concerned about the audio. If you guys don't know, Warzone 2 has had a horrible audio system since release, and there's been very little improvement since then. So I hope to see a massive audio improvement when it comes down to the base game releasing, because if not, we're going to be in some trouble. Now, the operators that you guys should pay attention to is the brand new Black Cell operator. Now, is this worth $30? I'm going to do a full review on it while I go live on stream tomorrow, so make sure you guys tune into that. But it does have a new effect to the operator with the smoke around it. And of course, you do have the interactive weapon, which is going to price around $30 for everything and a little bit more that we haven't seen just yet. But is this worth $30? I'll be covering this over on the live stream, but from the looks of it, I would let me buy it first before you guys, because spending $30 on a skin like this with more coming up might not be worth it. Now, this skin is the one you want to pay attention to because this is coming and should be free from Raven Software. We have a brand new Champions Quest reward, which seems to be a brand new operator with the elements actually inside the character, and then of course you have that skull face to it. Now, this should be free but a little bit harder to obtain. I do think though this might be the craziest skin once on release. Now, it's not only the operators that seem to be game changing, but also a brand new field upgrade that you guys are most likely gonna have to use on the new map. It is called the Reinforcement Flare field upgrade. That's on Vondel only. The way it works is actually you see it here in a 1v2 situation that turns to a 1v3. As soon as you shoot up that flare in the sky, it brings up one teammate randomly and they spawn immediately above you, and they can jump down and immediately get back into the fight. Now, this is gonna be game changing because instead of hitting a portable buy or a buy station that's most likely occupied on the Resurgence game modes, you can just shoot up a flare in the sky and bring back your teammate instantly. This is going to be huge for the end games on Vondel. You guys see it being used against me, but it honestly could make or break your guys' next win. As we're spectating out of here, I discovered two brand new quality of life updates that I think are going to be huge and you guys are going to appreciate as a player. The first being the zone. It is much more clear to see into the zone, and I think a little bit more visible seeing out of the zone, but honestly, the more visibility, the better. And looking at the base part of the zone, it actually brings me back to the Verdansk days when the zone wasn't as complicated as it is now. It's simple, pushes players out from buildings into the center point, and you're able to fight. So it kind of brings back the old memories. But the second quality of life update I think is going to have a lot of people cheering. And it happens right after Nadia gets pushed out of zone and she takes this next fight. She has two options, whether to go on the top or bottom, and she ends up jumping into the water. Now, from the top, the water looks very murky, but in the water, you can see clear across the whole pond or the whole river. And although Nadia should have punched right here, she's able to get the kill. You're able to kind of see a brand new kind of map design that should have been on release. Water should be something quick and easy to use, not something where it cuts off your visibility. I do wish you're able to shoot both your primary or secondary underwater, because this map has a lot of water, which is my second concern. However, being able to have the visibility a little bit easier, it's a plus for me. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video and let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about the brand new map. I'll be live tomorrow to hear your guys' opinions as well.